You don't drink tea. You take tea. And you don't eat soup. You drink soup. What? So yeah, many of my followers have told me that this is what they learned in school. And the first time that someone told me this, I was shocked and confused because this is not true. If you have a cup of tea and you take the tea and you put it into your mouth and you swallow it, that is not taking tea. That is drinking tea. If you have a bowl of soup and you use a spoon to put the soup into your mouth and you swallow it, that is not drinking soup. That is eating soup. So I did some research and I talked to some American English teachers and some British English teachers just to make sure that I am not crazy. And before I continue, if this is your first time watching one of my videos, please make sure to click subscribe and turn on your notifications because I make about 3 to 5 new English learning videos each week. But okay, here is my conclusion. 1. I'm not crazy. 2. You can take tea, but it's not the same as drinking tea. Like I said earlier, if you have a cup of tea, you pour the tea into your mouth and you swallow it, that is drinking tea, not taking tea. You could also say having tea. So why are some teachers telling their students that drink tea is wrong and that they should say take tea instead? Well, firstly, unfortunately, they're just wrong. You drink liquids. There's no problem with saying drink tea. Secondly, they're probably a little bit confused. Take tea is something that some people say in English, but it doesn't mean drink tea. Taking tea is taking a break, sitting down in your garden, your parlor, a hotel, a restaurant, and drinking tea with scones, biscuits, cucumber sandwiches, etc. It's not just drinking a cup of tea in your kitchen in the morning. And I could be a tiny bit wrong about some of those details because I'm not British. I don't do this. I just want you to understand that take tea means take a break to have tea. And when you're talking about putting the tea into your mouth, that is drinking tea or having tea. So drinking tea or having tea is much more common than taking tea. But I've heard a native English speaker say, "I'll take tea." What about that? Yeah, you probably have heard that, and that's just because we use "I'll take" when we are selecting or ordering something. "I'll take tea" just means I would like tea. But what about how do you take your tea? That just means do you want cream or sugar in your tea? And if so, how much? 3. You can drink soup, but usually you eat soup. Most soups have meat, noodles, vegetables, or beans in them. Do you drink potatoes? Do you drink chicken? No, you don't. You eat them. So if your soup has pieces of meat, vegetables, beans, or noodles in it, then you don't drink it. You eat it. But yeah, sometimes you have soup that is just liquid, and there are no pieces of anything in it. If it is a very thick liquid, like blended vegetables or a very creamy soup, and you use a spoon to put the soup into your mouth, then I would still call that eating, not drinking. However, if you just have a cup or bowl of broth, a clear liquid with no pieces of anything in it, and instead of using a spoon, you hold the bowl or the cup directly to your face and you drink it like this, then yes, I would call that drinking. However, I would call that drinking broth, not drinking soup. But yes, there are some people who call that drinking soup, and that's fine. My point is just that it's not wrong to say eat soup. In fact, we almost always say eat soup. Just like we almost always say drink tea or have tea, not take tea. So yeah, that's all for today. If you found this video useful, please feel free to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. Thank you for watching.